At 6:45 p.m., according to witnesses, a plane took off from the Covington airport, headed in a northeasterly direction, about a half a mile from where we are right now. According to witnesses, they believe the plane was having trouble gaining altitude. They could hear that there was engine trouble. Suddenly the plane veered to the right and immediately came straight down and crashed into the lot behind us. This is the General Mills plant that produces cereal here in our area. The plane went down in an isolated area here on the lot behind us, in an area where they store tractor trailers. The plane came down into four what appears to be empty trailers. There were no injuries from anyone here on the ground, but obviously this is a devastating crash and there are no survivors.
How many people do we believe were on board?
We do not know how many people were on board at this time. We were very early in the investigation. The FAA is obviously en route and will take over the investigation, and we will hopefully determine that later this evening.
What type of aircraft is it?
We believe it's a Cessna twin-engine plane, and that propeller plane, yes, sir.
And how large of a plane is that?
I'm sorry, I really can't say. I just know it's larger than a single engine. But
oh
no, I don't think it's anything that big. Maybe I'm guessing here, maybe 3 seats. You know, so.
Again, the plane had just taken off from the airport. Or?
From the information we have from the witnesses that they saw the plane coming from the area of the airport right here. We have not confirmed 100% yet that it actually took off from our airport, but we are, again, half a mile from the north runway of our airport. So we know that it came from that direction, immediately veered to the northeast, and came straight down.
Hit these trailers. What type of trailers were they? Are they
these are just
home trailers?
No, these are trailers used for product, to move product around the country. So these were empty trailers, again parked in an isolated area. Again, this is a physical plant behind us. The crash took place, I'd say at least 300 yards from the actual plant. So no one inside the plant was injured or in any danger during the crash.
Were they evacuated without smoke?
I do not know that. I do not know if there was any evacuation of the plane. I don't think so. From when I arrived here, just moments after the crash, it appeared that there was no one from the plant out in this area.
What does the scene look like right now? Obviously, there's a strong.
It's right now. It's fire personnel are still working on hot spots from the fire. It was. Again, about 4 trailers were parked close together, and they were all destroyed. So all you can see right now is just a lot of burnt metal right now.
You went back there. Kind of describe it for us. Did you see any visible parts of a plane?
Saw what we believe was a wing and possibly a part of an engine, but it's again it's a lot of charred metal back there right now. So the FAA will get will go in and investigate closer.
Have you been in touch? I mean, obviously, some capacity with the airport. I mean, were they in communication with this pilot?
We don't have any information right now from our local airport of any communications. We are working on a lead to determine, who the victims are in this crash.
So there are multiple victims?
Well, I said victims, and I'm not sure. It could be a victim, but I do not know that.
Have you had any problems reported out of the airport before with previous crashes?
No. I mean, nothing in in my recent memory. I worked for this department for 3 decades, and there have been a handful of crashes. Most of them not serious, on or near the runway area, but nothing like this.
You feel like everyone else on the property here is safe?
Yeah, absolutely. This area is in a kind of an isolated part of the property. There are fences that separate, the workers from this area. So there was no one in a car driving by it or anything like that when it occurred. It was just in a very isolated spot here.
You say this is the General Mills plant?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and they had an active shift working at the time?
Yes. They work nearly 24/7 7, 365, but there was a shift working at the time.
Approximately how many people would have been in the plant then?
I can't say at this time of day what the numbers are.
Have they all been evacuated?
I do not believe there was an evacuation. Again, this occurred about 300 yards or more from the actual physical plant. The fire, everything was contained, in an isolated area.
Certainly could have been much worse had it crashed into the plant.
Absolutely. I mean, this is a horrible situation, a horrible scene. Obviously, the fact that it didn't, crash into the plant, saved many lives.
Were there any explosions, any fire that?
Yes, the plane appeared to have exploded on impact.
What do the next couple hours look like for your team and everyone else now involved?
Well, our job is to contain the scene, turn over the scene to the FAA, work with them, provide them any assistance that they need from us, and this is something we'll be here all night working on together.
How long do you think it might take to identify the passengers on board?
We are working on a lead right now. I can't really say anything more than that about it. We can't say how long it will take.
Would the aircraft have filed a manifest out of that airport?
That's the general procedure, yes, and we are following up on the lead with that.
Would the airport or any other records indicate who may have been on board?
I'm sure there is information that's going to help us. We are, again, following up on the lead that we have right now. I'm obviously not, at the command post, I don't have the most up-to-date information, but I do know we do have a lead that will help us determine, who the victim or victims are in this case.
Anything?
You're pretty confident anybody on board perished?
Absolutely.
So far, no family members have come forward worried about.
Well, we had someone here a little while ago that his brother-in-law is a flight instructor, a local flight instructor. We were immediately able to determine that was not, any of his family members. But again, there's an investigation going on, just behind me, and hopefully we'll get that information as quickly as possible and can get to the family members.
Captain, do me a favor, say and spell your name again for us.
My name is Ken Malcom. It's spelled K-E-N. Last name is Malcom, M-A-L-C-O-M. And again, I'm a captain with the Covington Police Department.
Anything else? Is anyone else on scene?
We have fire personnel on scene, police personnel on scene, our EMA team is on scene as well. Again, we're waiting on the FAA to get here. They may have already come in. I'm just not aware of it. But that's we'll be working with them all night.
Great. Thank you, Captain.
How many different fire departments?
I'm not sure. I know that originally when the call came out, in a situation like this where you anticipate, a large debris field and the potential for structures catching fire, and I know that they contacted multiple fire departments to assist, but when they arrived, they quickly determined that this was, such a small area. The plane basically came straight down, into where the trailers are. So there's not a debris field or multiple structures struck in the process of the crash. So as far as the scene goes, we have the scene contained, we have it under control, and again, we're just waiting on the FAA to get here to take over the investigation.